Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. The XRP case gets heated as Ripple and Guarding House ponder on SEC creating regulatory confusion around crypto. It is back and it is ferocious what is going on out there between the parties. It's phenomenal to see how Brad is taking this, how the SEC is taking this, how the SEC have been very, very cheeky around how they're measuring their words around Ethereum. Must pay really, really close attention to that because it is so crucial. Because, as I've mentioned a couple of videos ago, I do believe that they're going to go after Ethereum 2.0, and that is why they're being very, very cautious and very careful with what they're saying about Ethereum. So you gotta read between the lines, right? They're not gonna tell you, "Oh, hi, we are going after Ethereum next." No, it's very subtle in the way that they do it. And so right now we don't just have enough investor protection in crypto, but it is the wild wild west, and it is true, right? So what the SEC is saying about there being need to be more regulatory clarification, tighter laws. Yeah, I'm pro that. Like I am so looking forward to that legal clarity. Really, really, really important to get that legal clarity because we've got 11,000 coins out there in the marketplace. It is the Wild West. There are scams happening every single day. There are people losing money every single day. It's a known fact. Like you can't deny the fact. But can you, SEC, just stop going after Ripple and XRP? You're wasting your time. You're going to lose. Like you're either going to settle or you're going to it's a settlement or a loss. I don't think they'll wear a loss on their sleeve. I do believe that it will be a settlement. But let's continue on. Ripple expands XRP into NFTs. Amid escalating legal battle. So as the court grants CEO the request to obtain info from Binance to bolster defense in the SEC lawsuit, Ripple seeks to expand use cases for the XRP ledger. Now we know this is happening already. Ripple and the XRP token are expanding into NFTs. It's going to be really, really exciting. The Flare token is going to be in NFTs. It's going to be in esports. It's going to be in so many different niches. It is brilliant to see that happen. But we know that the XRP ledger is multifunctional. Now, there are also talks about XRP being used in the real estate world, and more news on that as it comes out. But there's so many ways blockchain can be used. It's not just banking and instant liquidity. But it is also about picking niches and doing them really well rather than doing a lot of niches not so well. So that also has to be taken into account when we look at the XRP ledger. But Ripple expanding into NFTs using the XRP ledger, genius. It's a big market, and I think that they will play a really, really good role in that. And also, with Flare and decentralized finance, is going to be really, really exciting what we see there. Now, the CFTC Commissioner, Brian Quintes, fires back at SEC, affirm it has no authority over crypto assets. So the CFTC is on a mission, right? So they're saying, SEC, back off. We've got this, right? You got no authority here. This is interesting. Now, to have a look at how this unfolds and what are the repercussions of this, we will keep a very, 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 very close eye on this, because if the CFTS takes over, it is game over SEC, game over case, and we're gonna moon. So we'll keep a very close eye on that. A $1 trillion infrastructure bill, including crypto tax, looking to be finalized by Saturday. So we'll keep an eye out on this and what are the implications of that and how that transcends throughout the market, whether it's a bullish or a bearish thing. Coinbase, it will be integrating Apple Pay and Google Pay for crypto purchases. Yet again, another bullish signal for the entire market, a mass adoption. It's just another way that people can purchase, and the easier you make for people to purchase, the more people buy. Now, Bitcoin is nearing 43K. Indicators suggest bull market ahead. Oh, so now you guys reckon it's bull market ahead. It's fascinating how the media is late to the party, very late. We're talking like you're a week and a half late to the party. And so now we're back in the bull market. You got to be careful about the media, right? The media is bought. So you need to understand that when you do your research on something, You cannot just go to media outlets because A, generally they're wrong. B, they're late. And by the time they tell you to do it, it's probably the time for you to leave. And C, it's the media. Why are you going to go get your news from the media when you got a serpent? Now, Brian Brooks has resigned as the CEO of Binance US. Ouch, right? I mean, Binance have not had a good time lately. We will keep an eye out of what this means for Binance and how that evolves. But if you are holding Binance tokens, keep an eye out on this because it is quite serious what is going on out there with Binance. Now, when we look at the weekly chart, the XRP versus the Bitcoin chart, I get excited when I look at this. I get so excited when I look at this. Do you understand that when we break above, consolidate above, what is going to happen? It is so cool. So cool to see. The other thing as well that I want to show you today before we kick off into some of the indicators as well is this gigantic cup and handle pattern that has formed, which is going to skyrocket us to well beyond what a lot of people's imagination is. And I cannot wait for the FOMO, the news, the Google trends that is going to be exploding, the Twitters, the TikTokers, the Instagrams. It is going to be legendary. But this is the kind of formation that we're building, and it is so cool to see. Let's jump into a tiny. Let's have a look at some of the indicators. Okay, so as we begin to look at the indicators, we're sitting on the hourly right now, and we had a jump. We went all the way to almost 77, and now we're sort of back down, but not by much. We're back down to like 76, and it's already starting to creep back up again now. We've got Bitcoin at over 43,000. We've got bullish on all fronts, right? The RSI is almost sitting in overbought. We've got the MACD with a nice big gap at the moment. When we look at the 4-hour bullish, very, very big gap on the MACD here. So it is screaming. It is outside of the Bollinger Band, which is super, super exciting to see. On the 12-hour, we are just about to step outside the Bollinger Band. And on the RSI, we are sitting with, almost in the overbought. But look at that yellow line. We are above the moving average 100. We are heading very, very close to the moving average 200. So that's sitting at around 90 cents. Of course, we've got some way to go, but super exciting to see this take place. When we look at this, when we're looking for that moving 200, and we're looking at all the things that are coming up, the moving 200. It is so cool to see. And every signal at the moment is a bullish signal. Bear market, a bullish market. Ethereum at almost $3,000, which we have not seen in a very, very long time. Polkadot at over 20. The list just goes on and on. VeChain has just cracked 10 cents again for the first time in a really, really long time. It's screaming bullish, the market. It's so exciting. Let's have a look at some of the drawings. Okay, so we are all obviously getting very, very excited, but what does it actually mean? Where can we go? There is a couple of scenarios that I want to play out. One of them is that we go, so say maybe towards 120, $1.30, and then we have another ascending wedge, and then we continue to go up. That is a scenario to really consider, because as I've always mentioned, the market does not move the way you want it to move, right? It's not going to be a straightforward thing, right? It's going to take some time. And so this is a scenario that I do want you to keep an eye out on. The other thing as well is that we did speak about that. And this is a really, really likely scenario that could play out if we follow 2017. Now, of course, it's not 2017 again. But look, this is something that we do have to consider. I don't think that we're going to go to $14, $15 and then drop all the way down to $2. But I do think that after that, we will go to like $6, $7 and consolidate for a while. Now, when we look at it from 2017 onwards and where we are and where we are right now and where we're set to go, it's going to be so exciting to watch. Now, another scenario that we do have to keep in mind at the moment when we look at this is, from here, we're going to go towards $1, right? That's the target. Then from that target, then we're going to have a retrace of some sort as we then begin the next phase to move to $1.30. And then from there will be a nice little retrace before we go up. So keep an eye out on this because, it's not a straight arrow, right? We're not going to go $2 like a straight arrow. It is going to take some time, but I think when we look at the potential, we look at the formations, we look at the higher lows that are happening right now, and look at everything that has been going on since March last year, when we look at it from this way, in this particular manner, you know, if we were to follow this perfectly, then by October we'd be sitting at that $4, $25, maybe even $6, right? But we know that there's a lot more coming. There's more than the charts are telling you. There are more things that are going to be happening. And so that's not going to be quite right, because I do think, you know, 14, and then a retrace is likely where we're going to go. But for now, obviously, we're getting ready to make our march towards 330, which, by the way, is when the XRP bull run begins. So just keep that in mind. It's not now. It's after the 330. That's when the bull run begins for XRP. But if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.